Hey my beautiful Virgo peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Am from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you with your mid-June 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope all is well. I just want to mention before we start, if you're interested in personal readings, products, and so much more, feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below. But Virgo, how are we doing? I hope we're doing well. And let's take a look here and see what's up for mid-June 2023. So what do we got showing up here for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-June 2023. What information is rolling in here right now for the Virgo gang? Let's go ahead and check it out, guys. Starting out here with the overall energy, we have here the Ace of Swords. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have a Six of Wands, what you're dealing with. We have a Page of Cups, and then looking at the current outcome, we do have here the World card coming into play here for you as well. So let's go ahead and talk about it. First things first, Ace of Swords, card here of realization, card here of kind of coming to an epiphany, if you will, more often than not. And seeing the Six of Wands show up here as the current energy is representing that this epiphany is taking you to a very successful place. Sometimes when you have those massive realizations and you're like, oh, wait a minute, now you really start to get the ball rolling. So I feel like there's some sort of epiphany coming in here for you, jumping into mid-June 2023, that really helps you get on the right track, really helps you get on the right path here. Looking at what you're dealing with, Page of Cups, your energy here is changing too, which I really like a lot here so far coming into mid-June, because I feel like the Page of Cups is representing like you have shifted out of maybe a very negative type of energy and you're really tapping into something quite positive here. I feel like the energy you're bringing to the table is full with love, it's full with positivity, and it's filled with a lot of hope and excitement for the future ahead. I don't know, I just feel like I'm hearing like it's a very exciting time for you guys moving into the second half of June. Looking at the current outcome, the World card here certainly represents that you are ending a chapter in your life, more than likely a chapter in your life that wasn't serving you, as you're beginning a brand new chapter that most certainly is serving you here at this time. So I'm liking this so far, Virgo. Very positive energy I feel coming up here for you guys. Tell me about the epiphany. Why the Ace of Swords? What is this epiphany that Virgo had? We have here the King of Swords. We have here the Page of Swords. We have here the Knight of Swords. It has a lot to do with the idea of action. I definitely get the feeling here that you needed to feel or become more disciplined within yourself so that you would stop hesitating and you would be in the moment and go for what it is you want. Knight of Swords is a card here that represents you're taking action no matter what. It doesn't matter if somebody doesn't like it. It doesn't matter if somebody has an opinion about it. It's like Knight of Swords, I'm going to go out there, do something, and get it done. Same thing with the King of Swords. King of Swords is a very disciplined card. It represents that you're in the space right now where you're focused and where you're making sure you do what you set out to do. Page of Swords, I feel like, was the issue you were dealing with in the recent past. So Page of Swords to me is like a card where it's like you're hesitant to go for what you want. So I'm getting the feeling here that the epiphany you needed was that I needed more discipline. I needed to believe in myself more. I needed to switch my mindset. I needed to do something, right? Action, action, action. Knight of Swords, right? If I'm not taking action, if I'm not creating an action, then I am doing nothing. And if I'm doing nothing, then I can't get to where I want to go. So I needed to take initiative here, step up, and really start making the changes in my life that I wanted to see, right? Nobody else can make those changes for you. We're all accountable for making our own personal changes and our own personal transformations. Abso-friggin-lutely, Virgo, for sure. Let's have a look here at the Six of Wands. So you feel like you're on the right track now. You're on the right path. We got here the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, wonderful. And we also have here the Six of Swords. Hell yeah, guys. So, you definitely feel like you're on the right track coming into mid-June. Knight of Pentacles is a card here of longevity. I'm hearing the long game. So some of you guys are recognizing that it may take a while to get to where I want to go, but consistency is key, and it most certainly is. If you don't give up on something and you are improving, even if it's little by little, I always say this, guys, that small steps equal massive wins, and that's definitely the case here in your situation. Some of you here might be having an epiphany about your financial situation here coming into mid-June, and it's like, you know what? If I want to really get to a point where I'm more comfortable in my finances, even if I'm putting away, $20 a week at the end of the day, that's going to add up as time continues to progress. And, we save a certain amount of money, we invest it, and we make more money, right? Tenfold. So at the end of the day, you're in a space where it's like, it doesn't matter if I'm starting off slow. Being consistent is going to take me to where I need to go. Nine of Cups, you're enjoying yourself in the process here too, which is quite wonderful. So not only are you on the right path in the sense that you are creating something, really wonderful and stable in your life, but you're on the right path because you're loving this experience. You're loving what you're doing. So mentally, you're in a very good space here. Energetically, you're in a very good vibe here coming throughout mid-June. And then Six of Swords, this is you being in the process of creating your future. So guys, I think that ultimately, right, you needed this epiphany. You needed this moment to wake up and recognize, if I'm doing nothing, I'm going to stay exactly where I am. If I'm unhappy with my finances and I do nothing about it, I'm going to continue to be unhappy with my finances. You know, do I want to complain that I hate my financial situation for the rest of my life, or do I actually want to do something about it, you know? If I'm unhappy in this relationship, am I going to sit here and complain to my best friend about how much my boyfriend sucks 24/7, or am I going to break up with him and find a better boyfriend, you know? Or be single, better myself, enjoy myself till the right person comes along. It's like, at the end of the day, you are going to be responsible for where you're at, and until you decide to step up and take initiative, you know, you're always going to be stuck. So that was the massive realization coming in here for you in mid-June. And with that Six of Wands down, like I said, you feel like you're on the right track because you're happy that you're taking action. You're happy with what it is you're doing. And you are in a space where you're creating stability. You're actually taking action. And even if it's a small step equals a big win. And once again, going back to that main focal point, that consistency is key. It surely freaking is. So you're in the process here of creating your future. No more stalling is what I feel here for you at this time. I wanted to say no more Mr. Nice Guy, which is a really old reading I did for you guys years ago. And it's funny that I got reminded of that reading. I don't even remember what that reading was about, but I remember the title very clear. I made a Virgo reading, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, that's titled No More Mr. Nice Guy. So feel free to check that out. You can search it up on YouTube maybe. I don't know if you can find it in my channel. It's probably buried with the tons of other videos I've uploaded, but maybe search it up, Virgo, No More Mr. Nice Guy. Maybe there's something in that reading for you guys to watch. All right. But either way, yeah, I'm hearing that message too. No more Mr. Nice Guy. You know, sometimes you got to, you know what that kind of reminds me of for you Virgos? Maybe for some of you too, there could be a reason why you were stuck. And if it wasn't necessarily due to your own accountability, to a certain extent it was. But for other Virgos, maybe you were in a space where you were doing way too much for other people and not enough for yourself. When you think of a person who's nice, you tend to think about a person here who is taking care of other people, putting themselves last, you know? So I think that to a certain degree, if that was your situation, that might be something you're changing up here too, coming into mid-June, where it's like, no, I need to put myself first. I need to make sure I'm taking care of my wants, my needs, and my desires, and abso-freaking-lutely. All right, Virgos, moving on forward here for you. Let's see what's showing up in your challenge position for mid-June 2023. Page of Pentacles is the challenge. Really interesting that that's showing up for your challenge. Page of Pence is the energy here of making a bit of a small investment, right? Now, why do we have the Page of Pence showing up as a challenge for Virgo? And that challenge here is going to be the High Priestess right now, clarifying the Page of Pentacles. So I think that you know you're very capable. Mid-June 2023 is going to teach you something. And what it's going to teach you, Virgo, is that you're a lot more capable than you've been giving yourself credit for, okay? Like I said, I think in the recent past, you might have been going through some really tough times or some negative times, and ultimately, you know, you might have, put yourself down or just basically said that you're not capable, right? But this is going to be a mid-month that really teaches you just how capable you are. I think a bit of the challenge for you is taking things slow. I think that there is a massive part of you that's like, I want my goals to be hit immediately. I want my outcome to manifest 1, 2, 3 and super fast. Remember how I said consistency is key? It certainly is. So I think that there is going to be a part of you that wants to get ahead of yourself. That seems to be the challenge. Remember, don't get ahead of yourself, okay? Jumping into mid-June, don't strive to have the instant overnight success because nothing is built overnight, right? Just keep up that mentality, that consistency is key. Keep on working on whatever this is you're working on, whether you're changing your financial situation, you're dropping a toxic partner, and you're improving yourself, whether or not this is about improving your life just overall, right? Making better choices. Don't expect everything to happen overnight. Keep it up and keep staying consistent, okay? That's what I want to tell you. Now, what Virgo can expect throughout the rest of mid-June, we have here the Tower. Oh yeah, you can certainly expect some changes, and you can certainly expect some foundations that were broken to begin with to completely break away. Now, what do I mean by this Tower card? Well, the Tower is a card that tends to represent a foundation that no longer can be supported. Think of an old house, right? And think of the foundation starting to crack, starting to crumble. If the foundation of a house is fucked, that house is fucked. period, right? So if that foundation isn't good, that house is coming down. You get a mini earthquake, bye, see ya. You get a mini storm or something like that, or some crazy wind, it's tumbling on over. So with that being said here with the Tower, things in your life here, jumping into mid-June, you might notice endings happen. You might notice endings occur. But what I want you to know is that if endings do tend to happen here, they were situations built on a foundation that wasn't so strong to begin with. So it's almost like don't mind these endings that are happening, because in a way, it's knocking out the things that you don't need in your life here at this time. So that's what I want to say here for you. That's something you can definitely expect throughout the rest of mid-June. You can expect here things that don't really serve you at this time to no longer be around. Whether that's certain relationships, whether that's a foundation with a work or career situation, whether it's the foundation of something within yourself that was never really solid, that needed some changes and that needed some improvements, right? So you're going to see change happen here for sure. Taking a look here at the overall outcome for Virgo throughout mid-June, 10 of Swords, things are changing, okay? We definitely clarified that here with the Tower, but I do want to say with the 10 of Swords, it is about endings, and with every ending comes in a new beginning. But you know what? I think a lot of the time people look at the idea of an ending and they feel like, oh, that sucks. But it's not going to suck for you, Virgo, because what's ending for you? What's ending for you is this energy of staying stuck. What's ending for you is this energy of reinvesting and reinforcing the same old life that was making you unhappy over and over and over again. So you're getting out of Dodge. You're getting out of that same life that wasn't bringing in fulfillment. Remember, if we do the same thing, we're going to get the same results. You can't do the same thing and expect different results, right? So in mid-June 2023, it's like, hell yeah, what's ending here is my stagnancy, the era of my life I wasn't happy with. And that's overall a really good thing here. So this is a positive ending coming in here for you, okay? Now, moving along forward for the Virgo peeps, I want to have a look here and see what the most important message is going to be for you throughout mid-June 2023. So what is the most important message that Virgo needs to hear in mid-June 2023? It can relate to anything we talked about, or it could be completely random. But what is the most important message that Virgo needs to hear in mid-June 2023? First card out, we got here the Strength card. Next card is going to be the Death card. And then lastly here, we have the Sun showing up here as well. Yeah, I feel like this is, once again, a month that's really going to teach you that if you're ever unhappy with your circumstances, you have the power to change your circumstances. You really do. Strength card here says you have to tap into your strength. It's not necessarily an easy task to change your circumstances, but once again, it's not impossible. I mentioned to you guys in the beginning, or in the middle of the video, if you will, I said, this month is going to teach you that you're more capable than you've been giving yourself credit for. And absolutely you are. But another big teacher that's coming in here for you guys in mid-June is the fact that any circumstance you're battling, any circumstance you're facing, if you're unhappy with it, you can make it better. And that is what's going to be showing up here for you in mid-June. And I feel like mid-June is going to be living proof at the fact that you can change crappy circumstances and make them into wonderful circumstances here as well. So Death card here, the Sun card here, you can turn a shitty time into a fucking vibe. You know what I mean? That's the way that I would put it here for you guys in mid-June. And I love that for you, Virgo. It's a really, really good thing to see here for you guys. A lot of people are like, man, I've been dealt some shitty cards in life, and, that's it. These are the cards I get to play with. People don't realize you can get a different hand. You know what I mean? You don't have to play with the same shitty cards. You can deal better cards. Reshuffle the fucking deck, A lot of people get trapped in that vibe, but not you. And I'm happy to see it for you. All right, moving forward. Is there any advice coming in here from the universe for Virgo that they need to hear in mid-June 2023? Is there any advice coming in here from the universe that my Virgo peeps need to hear? Anything that would help them out? First card out, 7 of Cups. Next card is going to be the 10 of Pentacles. We have here the 9 of Swords, and we have here the Temperance. I want to say, with the 7 of Cups here to the 10 of Pentacles, I think that this is going to be a great time for you guys to get very clear and specific about what it is you want. I feel like that's what the universe is trying to say here at this time. Be very clear and very specific about what you want for your life, because the more you can have a clearer outlook on what you want, the easier it's going to be to go ahead and figure out that path, right? If you're not sure what you want, it could be a very hard time to navigate your path, right? But if you become very clear on what you want, it becomes more simple to attain it, to achieve it, to make it happen. So I definitely think that if you are on the road to success here, which I do see Virgo peeps are, really try to focus on getting clear of what you want and what you're doing with your life and where you want to go. It's going to make getting there, the road to get there, a heck of a lot easier. Now, another thing the universe is saying here in terms of advice, Nine of Swords to the Temperance. This is a fantastic month to heal. It's a fantastic month to recognize maybe some of the things that you're not happy with within yourself. This could be a perfect time to recognize maybe some bad habits that can be transformed into positive habits. I think that the universe is trying to say to you, try to become as aware as you can, Virgo, of what is negatively affecting you and impacting you. And I'm not just only talking about the external people or the external circumstances that might have a negative impact on you, but I'm also talking about what do you have within yourself that might be a negative asset to you, because we all have that. I surely have lots of things I needed to work on and lots of things I still need to work on that are negative assets to me, because we're always going to be works in progress, right? So I really do feel like if you can take a look within and see anything that's been a bit of a negative asset and really focus on healing that and transforming that into something positive here too, you're going to be in a really awesome state in mid-June 2023. But Virgo, with that all being said, I just looked at the clock, by the way, and it said 15 minutes and 55 seconds. So I love that. 555. That is the card, or sorry, not the card. That is the number synchronicity, Virgo, that represents massive and amazing change coming into your life. So if you're seeing 555 everywhere, or if you happen to see it and stumble upon it after this video, know that that angel number is confirmation that good change is coming in for you. Okay? But with that all being said, guys, I do hope you enjoyed your mid-June 2023 tarot reading. I really appreciate you guys coming out and watching. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but it was awesome reading for you guys here nonetheless, so thank you all so much for the honor. If you are new here, do consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. And of course, guys, if you're interested in personal readings, feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description below. I'll be happy to meet you over there on the other side. But Virgo, have a lovely day and a great rest of your June, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.